Hey guys, Michael here from Fat to Fit. In today's video, it is another email inspired video, so thank you guys for sending in all your questions. My email address is always in the description box below, so if you have any questions at all, please feel free to send them through. So today's question is about developing a relationship with food, my experiences with that, and how I've gone about a healthy relationship with food is what I mean. Now, as a lot of you guys out there know my story already, I lost the majority of my weight, the 55 kilos, the 120 pounds, between 2013 and 2015. And then I've done one proper bulking cycle and one proper cutting cycle since the majority of my weight loss. That whole time, I would say I did not have a healthy relationship with food, and the only real time I've developed that relationship is in the past 3 or 4 months actually. Now I'll tell you why that is the case. So what I think a healthy relationship with food is when you're not obsessed constantly with what you're eating, with tracking calories, tracking macronutrients. You're not thinking about food all the time, and you're just kind of going with the flow, eating as you need, making healthier choices, eating when you're hungry, etc. Now I'd say for the whole of my first weight loss journey, and for like I was saying, the cutting and the bulking cycle, I was obsessed with calorie counting, not so much macronutrients, more calorie, and the feelings of guilt and anxiety that come with that, of not hitting those that number, or going over or going under, etc. I say I worried about that a lot, especially with my last cut, which was my first proper cut since the weight loss. I was constantly worried about calories and meeting macronutrients and etc. And it's just not a healthy way to live. Even when you're doing a cut in the first place, food is going to be constantly on your mind, but it was even more so for me, and I was constantly hungry, and I'd finish a meal and then I'd immediately be thinking about my next meal. This would happen during bulking as well, and it would be so bad that I would wake up every morning and I would plan pretty much everything I was going to eat throughout that day and made sure I stuck to that, because I was so paranoid about going over or under my calories, and that is not really a healthy relationship with food. Now, the part where I have developed a healthy relationship is something I'm going to talk about again when I start cutting in a few weeks, but I'd really say only in the past 3 to 4 months I've developed that relationship where I'm not constantly thinking about food. I don't track as closely as I normally would. Some days I don't even go looking at MyFitnessPal, which is the app I use to track what I eat. So I'd consider that developing more of a healthy relationship with food. It took a while to get there. Like, I've been bulking this year, and the first 4 or 5 months of the year it was a bit of an excessive bulk. I was going over my calories quite a bit, and that's because I was still trying to learn not to have to track every single thing, because it weighs you down and it's got you constantly thinking about the numbers and the food, and it's just not a healthy way to live your life. So with the past 3-4 months is a time where I've kind of moved away from that. Of course, when I start cutting again, I'll start tracking, but I just think when I start going into a surplus again, I won't be as pedantic about the numbers and the macronutrients. So how did I learn to do that? It's different for everyone. I'd say it's a lot of trial and error. It's not the same. What worked for me will not work for you. Me, it was just not looking at my phone as much, trying to make better choices, not being constantly worried about food, that kind of thing. Kind of trying to change the way I think about food, which is what you have to do. But it's going to be different for everyone, and you have to find the way that works for you. You might be able to try my way and just try to change your thinking about food, like consciously change it, so subconsciously you're not thinking about it as much, but that might not work for you, and you might need to take a different approach. Just try different things, just try not to be as pedantic about it. You will screw up at some points, but that's okay as long as you keep trying to develop that relationship with food. And like I said, it can take many, many years, but if you stick with it, you will get there eventually. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please give the video a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions or you want to say anything about the topic. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you later, guys.